Yo guys, what is going on? Pandrea here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are talking about how to vanish playing cards. Now, a lot of the times we might know how to vanish a card, but just one at a time. Now, in this video, we're going to show you how to vanish about half the deck, multiple cards with a nice fan. Wave over it, cards are gone, spectator freaks out. That's the goal. Now, this is usually done in a manipulation type setting, so maybe you're on stage and you perform this vanish, but I've always done it in close-up situations, and I'll show you how exactly that I do the vanish and how to perform it. Now guys, I have some very exciting news. If you haven't heard already, Pandrea.com is going to launch, and it's going to launch with something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time now. It's something that I put a lot of work into, and I'm continuously putting work into to get it ready for a beginning of July launch. Now, if you're serious about magic and performing and the theory that goes into magic tricks or sleight of hand, then you're not going to want to miss what I have put together for you guys. Now, I'll leave what it actually is a mystery for you guys for now, but if you want an exclusive look and you want a special deal, I will give that to the people that are signing up to my website right now. So if you go to alexpandrea.com, you'll see a sign up bar, type in your email, hit submit, and that is it. In the next week or so, I will be sending you an exclusive look and a special deal to participate in this new project of mine. So if you're into that, go ahead, alexpandrea.com, and let's get back into the video. Alright, so let's take a look at this vanish. You use half the deck and you ask the spectator to hold on to the other half, and the deck disappears, spectator goes crazy, runs away. Then when you finally get them back, you can move on to other things. I like to do this in the middle of my sequence between effects if I'm jamming or I'm just jazzing some card tricks in a bar setting or something. This is something quick and visual to get their attention. You take half the cards, just place it into their hands, and they disappear. Now this I first learned on The Art of Card Manipulation by Jeff McBride. It is a very, very cool use of a manipulation move. Now I do it a little bit differently to do it in a close-up situation, but nonetheless, obsessed with it. Like I said, the way that I use it is sort of in between, because I think these little things are important. I like also to do things like making a card disappear and then producing it behind their elbow or something quick that doesn't have to be a full trick, and that just makes you stand out from everybody else, right? So this thing is very, very cool. Let's learn the actual technique behind it, and then let's show you how to actually perform it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is use a one-hand fan with the top half of the deck in your right hand. So one-hand fan, if you don't know, grab half the deck, you're holding it in this position. The thumb comes to the bottom right-hand corner, and your fingers and your thumb are going to move in opposite ways at the same time. Your thumb pushes up the cards, your fingers from the bottom move down the cards into this position, and done at speed, it should have a nice looking one-hand fan. Okay, so boom, that's the first thing that you have to know. Now notice with the one-hand fan that these fingers, you don't have to hold them with these three fingers. If you think about it, you could just do the one-hand fan, and after you've done the one-hand fan, just literally come out with these fingers and they are free. Now we're going to take advantage of that to steal the bottom half of the deck into the right hand underneath the fan. Okay, so in exposed view, this is how it should look. Well, that's not really an exposed view. An exposed view is this is how it should look. You're stealing out that as you're turning your hand over. And in fast speed, it should look like something like this as you give the cards to the spectator. Now, the way that we're going to do this is one-hand fan, show these cards. I like to sometimes do a one-hand fan as well with this while it's in dealer's position to show that there are more cards there. By taking your first finger, placing it down, thumb is on top here, you're going to sort of rotate the cards out for a second and then back, just to show that that's half the deck. But I like to say that anyway in my performance. Say, look, I'm going to use half the deck. Please hold on to the other half for me. You don't have to do that every time, but it should be obvious, right? So here, please hold on to the other half for me, and then I go into it. Now what's going to happen is as I do this, right, the original is you do something like this and it's in this position, but I like to switch it up, do it close-up situation, have it in dealer's grip. Now as I come here to sort of take the fan and wipe across it a few times, right, in the natural action of either pointing or just doing this, go ahead, take the cards, are you left-handed or right-handed, whatever your pattern is, but you're going to have to say you're going to hold this half of the deck, and I just do that. At this point, as I come for the final stroke, all right, as I do this, my right hand is going to, with my pinky, come out, and it's going to be the pinky that is going to grab the cards. You can do it with the other fingers as well. Like I said, these 3 fingers can be used to grab the cards, right? But for me, I just like to do it with the pinky because I think it's just faster to go in with the pinky and grab it. So the pinky is going to go in as you come across to wipe it. Your pinky is going to go in and just grab the cards, and now the cards are going to be held between the pinky on the bottom and the other fingers on top. Now if I take out this fan, you can see the grip just like that. This grip is, you might not think of it, but it is a tight grip. You're holding it and it's not going anywhere, okay? You have it deep enough so that it won't fall, and you're putting pressure with the top fingers as well, with the thumb, with the fan is on top, to make sure that it doesn't fall. That's also an important thing, so make sure you get a good grip on it, okay? So here, stroke it a few times as you come in. Now notice your pinky will get caught when you try to do this, so I just get rid of these 2 fingers. So I come from here and I come out like that. So here, and you're getting ready for it. As you come here, your fingers come out, but I only do this as my hand comes here because you don't want this to happen. You don't want your fan to come over and then before it gets that, you do this, right? That's weird. So you're going to come here, and then as you come in over, make sure it's blocked. Simultaneously, place your finger in there, grab it, put pressure down, so now it's clipped. And at the same time, your hand is going to turn over from face up with the cards to face down like this, as if you had the cards already. Okay, so the same position, just use your hand, turn it over and see how that hand is, and now drop the deck. That is the exact position that you want your hand in for this to look good. So you're here, you're turning over the cards, and you're in that position. Now at this point, you have stolen the cards like this, and now you're going to make the vanish happen. You can do it so that you can sort of come up to the side, take this away, but I like to sort of put it in their hands and do that so that the cards disappear. All right, so the pattern would be, do me a favor, you're going to hold on to this other half, go ahead, and as they hold out their hands, grab the cards, I just do that, and then I make the cards disappear. They're going to react at this point, and that's perfect cover for me to clean up. After this happens, my left hand is open. It's going to come back. This is going to tilt down so you don't flash this part, but it's going to grab the bottom cards, right? So the bottom half of the deck is going to grab it as you close this on top, and now you square everything up just like that, okay? Here, boom, boom. Oh my god, it disappears right away. Come back, grab this as you close. This is what you don't want to see, so you want to tilt down a little bit more and then square up everything. Then you can make the rest of the cards appear just like that. Now one thing I like to do with this is that at the end of making this disappear, boom, oh my god, where did they go? I close up the fan, I turn everything upside down, and then I go into doing a card to mouth. If you know a card to mouth kind of thing, that is a very nice little addition to that, as if, where did the cards go? Oh, they're in my mouth. So I don't do it super often. I think some of the times those things can be cheesy. A little bonus tip for you here is after you learn the actual sleight, you can do a color change with it. So let's say, just for argument's sake, you have the Queen of Spades. So you take the Queen of Spades, you show it, you place it into somebody's hand or on the table, and in that motion, you've changed it into another card. So we know exactly what we're doing now. You have 2 cards like this. As I show it, I do this, I get a pinky break in between as I pull down that card, that bottom card. So I can show the queen, right? Keeping your first finger here and your thumb there to make sure that this side is not showing 2 cards, all right? So you're there. Show the card here. As you come in, you're gonna grab, put your pinky in between the 2 cards, grab the card as you just turn over the card, place it in their hands, place it on the table, fan it again, turn it over, and you have done the change. So a nice little bonus tip there for you. So that is the move. One extra little tip is it would help if you had more than half the deck in the right hand, because like I said in the beginning, if you don't get a good grip on here, the cards might fall, and this might be worse if these were a lot of cards. If this packet was more than half the deck, maybe it'd be heavier, more cards to fall. So that is just another thing to keep in mind. So I like to kind of do maybe just a little bit more than half, do this, show the cards, maybe do the fan, bring it back, ask the spectator to hold out your hand. Can you help me? Hold on to this half. Boom, it's disappeared. Come back here, do this, take your bow, whatever you want to do. Now keep in mind something with this Vanish. Once you actually learn the technique behind it and you've mastered the sleight, then how are you going to actually perform it? See, for me, I like to do it where I show half the deck, I fan the other half, I say, can you hold on to this half? And I do it that way, but I don't do it in the context of any routine. I would usually follow this up with cards to mouth. And this is something fun, this is something in the moment sort of thing. It's not, let me sit down and let me show you this piece of magic, right? If we're at a social gathering or an event or at a bar, I would do a few card tricks and then I'll be like, you know what, help me with this, hold half the deck, oh, it's gone. No, do you know where they went? And then I do the cards to mouth. So again, not everything has to be serious or motivated in any particular sense, just something to keep in mind. It's always good to have these little bits here and there, you know, even a back palm of a Vanish of a card and then produce it. It's always good to have these moments within your larger tricks or larger routines, and I think you're gonna stand out that much more. So with that being said, guys, if you did enjoy this video, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, but you gotta also turn on the notification bell, because once things happen, they're gonna happen fast, and we don't want them to happen without you. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, practice, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.